Hey everybody, Urban back here again, and this is a video on the Harbor Freight Fortress Air Compressors. Wah wah wah! Yay! So exciting. What I wanted to share with y'all today was what I did to modify / improve this particular 4-gallon 200 psi Fortress high performance air compressor from Harbor Freight. Yeah, that's a mouthful, right? Alright, so first of all, the reason why I did this is because this particular air compressor and one that's a little bit bigger, that's the 5-gallon, they were made by Harbor Freight for the purpose of being a job site, a construction crew facilitating air compressor, something that's very compact and lightweight that can be thrown into one truck, carried out to a job site, thrown back into somebody else's truck to go to another job site, that kind of a thing, right? Very compact, fairly lightweight, and transportable air compressor for job site, project site purpose. Well, they also make extremely well-performing air compressors for home use and to having a garage. In fact, if you just pause my video and or if you've stumbled across this video finally after watching the handful of other Fortress air compressor videos that are on YouTube from other YouTubers, almost all of them, if not all of them, all the ones that I clicked on, everybody's talking about them with them being in their garage, at their homes, not out on the job site. So what do you know, right? So a lot of people are buying these things and using them in their garages, at their homes, not what the design is intended use for. And so it's kind of funny, man. To me, I thought it was. I was like, cool, yeah, so everybody wants these at home. The first modification that I did was put it on wheels. I love my air compressors at home to be on wheels, in the garage especially. I have a 18 or 20 gallon air compressor in my workshop, and that thing doesn't go anywhere. It's still on wheels, so I could move it around, but I don't. In the garage here, where I'm using it for the tires on the automobiles, on the SUVs and trucks and whatnot, and the motorcycle, and then also for all the bicycle tires, because I've got a crap ton of kids and we all have got bicycles. So it's nice having it to be on wheels, even though that's not what its intended purpose was, to be able to go in and out of trucks and vans out to job sites. But I like it being on wheels in the garage so that I can roll. It's just so much easier just to roll it over to where I need it to go. Roll it out into the driveway or roll it over to the other side of the garage so I can fill the bicycle tires and then roll it right back. You know, the simplest, most straightforward way to do it was to get the inexpensive dolly from Harbor Freight, the little one, and picked up some of these conduit straps from Lowe's. The 1-inch is the diameter size that you need for this metal tubing to anchor it onto the dolly. And it's great because the dolly does have that little thin outdoor carpet strips attached onto the wood of the dolly, so that way you're not marring up the metal frame for the compressor is not touching the wood. It's got a little bit of carpet between. And then another trick that I used when using these was I put a little bit of electrical tape on the inside here, so where this is attached is placed on the metal, it's not touching the metal. I've got a little piece of electrical tape there to act as a cushioning barrier that doesn't mar up the paint finish and open up the frame of the compressor to possibly getting rusty. So that's how I did that, and that was very simple, very easy. It didn't take very long to do. These are the rubber feet, and it's just a single bolt, screw and bolt that goes on to the bottom of the frame there, and yeah, and you just yank them off. You take the bolt out and then peel them right off of the frame. So then the second mod I did, which you don't really need to, but I thought it was extremely helpful in keeping my cords organized in here by the workbench in the garage, the small workbench that I have. But the second mod I did was a zip tie right here. I did this zip tie right here so that the excess of the cord could stay wrapped around these little molded hooks that it lays into and wraps around. But then once it's plugged in, I don't have the cord being loose and the rest of it coming off. The rest of it stays wrapped as long as I have a zip tie right here on that part, and that allows me to plug it in and the cord not be all over the place. Right, so that was a 5-cent zip tie that took a whopping second and a half to put on there, and that solved that issue of the cord going wild. We don't like cords going wild. It's you're not going to find that as a title to to any porno, are you? Probably not. I would hope not. That would be a pretty risque video. Cords gone wild. Power cords gone wild. No. So then the third modification that I did, this wonderful modification of adding a air hose reel above the connection ports. If it's nice to have a heavy duty or medium duty air hose for your air drills and your cutoff tools and whatever else you want to hook up to these air compressors, your paint sprayers, what have you. It's nice to have a medium or heavy duty air hose. But then I also like having these. These work fantastically for the bicycles and even the car tires and motorcycle tires. It works. So love the fact that you got two quick connect, disconnect ports right here that allow you to just push it in. Yeah, after I reset it. So yeah, you just push it in, pull it out. Y'all know how those go. But then from this faceplate that's here, I took out the two top screws, added these little metal rods here, and then I had to use wood for the rest of it, but a wood crossbar here, and then these are from a wooden dowel rod, two little 5 inches is how far that comes out, and I think this guy was like 1 1/4 inch diameter, but I put the pieces on my wood lathe and shrunk the diameter and left like little knobs on the end, and shrunk the in-between part, so that when the air hose is on there, the hose kind of just stays in place all that much better. It doesn't go anywhere. I'll have to loosen this up to get it around there. But at first I just added this because I had this laying around in the garage. This is what you would bolt or screw onto the wall to hang your shovels or your rakes or brooms or whatever in your garage. So I put that on there, but when the hose lays there on that, it lays really low and coils up really tight, and that totally blocks your ports. So that didn't work well for me. I needed to figure out a way to get the cord to rest higher up so that it was further out of the way. And this works. So that gets the cord further up out of the way. And that way my ports are clear for me to connect to. So then now I've just got that guy resting up here so the wife and the kids can use that to fill up the bicycle tires and or the car tires, and then when I need to do more, I got the heavier duty air hose to do more than what this air hose can do for me. So yeah, those are the 3 mods I did, all very, very simple, very straightforward. I think it would be awesome, and this is a fantastic opportunity for Harbor Freight to actually make a hardware kit for these compressors, for the sake of being able to stow your air hoses with the compressor on the compressor itself. Again, understanding that home garage use is not what a compressor of this style, this design, is meant for. But again, that's what most of us are using it for, is at home. Or at least some of us. If you go on YouTube, it's like almost everybody on YouTube that does a video on this compressor has it in their garage and is using it at their home. So that's just, I mean, that will always be a little humorous to me. But yeah, so if Harbor Freight would make a kit for these compressors for air hose storage, that would be awesome. If they had made this kit for like $20 or less, I might have just bought the kit instead of making my own. I would have been tempted for sure. Zip ties are a dime a dozen, right? In these days still, and the dolly cart is a very inexpensive and simple and straightforward way to get this thing up on wheels. But you know, they could also make a wheel kit for these things too if Harbor Freight wanted to venture into that as a possible add-on to your purchase of the compressor itself. But yeah, that's what I wanted to share with y'all today. I hope you liked it. I hope that that gave people some ideas of either doing the same thing or maybe doing something a little bit different. I'm all for it. Throw it in the comments. Always hit the like if you appreciate the video, and look out for more content. I'm out of here. Peace.